Alright, so moving right along to the next TMNT episode review, and this one was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. This one was actually another good one and done, kind of freak of the week kind of story. I'm actually kind of wondering at this point, when are we gonna get back to, the actual story in of itself? Because I think, I'm not that I'm saying that I don't enjoy the format of what they're doing. I really like it. There have been some really great stories out of these episodes. But I'm kind of wondering when we're going to get back to going back to finding out what's going on in New York. I'm wondering if that's going to be soon or not, because I think what would be nice if we had one episode just dedicated to what's going on with Splinter and Karai in New York. Just one episode saying, okay, here's what's going on in New York. Here's what's going on in this, with Karai. Here's what's going on with Splinter. What happened to Leatherhead? Is he dead or not? So I'm kind of curious when we're going to get back to that. Just one episode is all I'm asking. But anyway, so this episode is called Race with the Demon. Now, Race with the Demon is more or less, the episode starts off with Casey and Donnie just arguing about, just at each other's throats, at usual. And April's had enough of of this shit. And then suddenly along comes a mysterious car that it actually attacks Casey and, Casey and the rest of them, knocks them off the road, and then speeds off. This is the same car that we saw in, in The Croaking. Yeah, this is the same this is the same car from The Croaking. After that mutagen fell on the road, it splashed all over the car, and yeah, it's this. We're getting back to that story. So from there, Casey is just completely pissed off. He wants to go out there and stop this car. He wants to stop this guy running people off the road, and then he and Donnie team up to put an old tea bucket back together. And this whole scene totally reminds me of, Donnie and Casey working together on the first, working on the old truck together in the first movie. It totally reminded me of that. I thought that was a nice little reference in of itself. So, yeah, the first time around, they get the car to work, and Casey then speeds off without the Turtles' help to go face this thing in another race. And I gotta say, in all the race episodes, race parts of this episode where we see the race between Casey and the Speed Demon, they're very well animated. I really like them. I thought they were very well done. So during this race, it's revealed that the Speed Demon is a mutant, and the design of the mutant is actually kind of very grotesque, very out there. It kind of reminds me of, what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of looks like those roadster stickers or tattoos of, these over-the-top cars with these mutant, monster demon-looking drivers in the middle of them, like Rat Finks. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Rat Finks. If you know what those are, kudos. But yeah, I thought it was such a good, I thought that was really cool to do that. Also, we have Steve Blum as the voice of Speed Demon, which was completely awesome. At least I think it was Steve Blum. I think his voice was very synthesized, but I could, make out, is that Steve Blum? Yeah. Anyway, during the episode, after, Casey gets thrown off the road, he gets completely kicked off of the road, again. He gets beaten again. He and Donnie team up once again, but this time around, they fix the car up with Krang technology from the Krang ship under the house. So they make it even stronger than before. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, one of Mikey's chickens gets, while they're working, one of Mikey's chickens literally sneaks into the barn while they're working and drinks some of the mutagen, and we got another mutant. This time, however, luckily, it's a good mutant. Yeah, we have another good mutant. It's always kind of nice to see, we get so many evil mutants. It's nice to see, a good mutant now and again. So, yeah, Mikey helped create Ice Cream Kitty, and now we have Dr. Cluckingsworth, MD. So Dr. Cluckingsworth is just this super smart chicken who can actually interact with the car and can actually, type down all this, type out all this, all these equations and whatnot. And Donnie and Casey then decide to make Dr. Cluckingsworth a part of the crew and makes her the car's co-pilot. So after they soup it up again, Casey and the rest of them head out to, find the, Speed Demon again. Speed Demon finds Casey and Cluckingsworth, and the two of them go into this another huge race. And after, during all of this, Donnie actually jumps on the hood of the car, pulls Speed Demon out, and pulls the driver out of it, and pulls him out of it, and then reveals, oh, it's not the person that's the mutant, it's the car. The car is the real mutant, and then it proceeds to devour Donnie and bond it with it, kind of like a symbiote, and makes him into this huge, disgusting-looking mutant. Kind of like one of those tattoo, ugly design. I don't know the exact name. I think it's Ratfinks, but I could be wrong. Of those, you've seen them. You guys have probably seen them out there. Those over-the-top, mutant, disgusting-looking stickers of like these monster drivers with all these weird cars. It's very much like that. So Donnie becomes this just over-the-top mutant monster after being possessed by Speed Demon. And then, Casey and Cluckingsworth head out to stop him, and, Speed Demon says, I don't want Donnie, I want you. You're the only driver worthy of my skills. So he wants to actually consume Casey and make him his driver, but, Speed Demon offers him a choice, if you beat me in a race to this place called Dead Man's Curve and back, I'll, let Donnie go and be on my way. But if I lose, I keep Donnie, I get you, and I get your car, too. So, during the race, Casey actually manages to pull Donnie out of the car. He manages to pull Donnie out of the car, and from there, Leo then guns it in the van and knocks him off knocks Speed Demon off the cliff, and then he apparently falls to his death. But he says, "I'll be back," and then explodes. Maybe he's like. I'm kind of thinking if he does come back, maybe it'll be like, because again, it actually feels like another thing. It actually feels like another what's the word I'm looking for? Another reference to another movie, Christine. The living car. So maybe he'll come back together Christine style and come after them again in another episode. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, finally at the end, Donnie and Casey are bonding. They're hanging out like friends. Everything's right in the world. So anyway, again, another great episode. I really liked it. Nice little another cool Freak of the Week type episode. But yeah, you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this once again, and I'm out.